A Minnesota Vikings superstar sent a massive statement to the organization, to his teammates, and to the fan base during OTAs. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. But first, you need to check out 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis, because they transformed our bathroom in 48 hours. That's 2 days if you're not good at math. And our big ask and demand when we were looking for a business is that it wouldn't take us 6 to 8 weeks for a project to get done. Because we had friends that do stuff like this. We have acquaintances that do stuff like this, but this is our main bathroom. We did not want to cram into a teeny tiny bathroom in the basement of our house while we have to get ready for work, while our kids have to go to the bathroom. Maybe you're like that. Maybe you got to get ready for work, you got to go to the bathroom, you got to get your kids ready for school. Do you really want to cram into a teeny tiny bathroom for 8 weeks for a bathroom to get done? I don't think so. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis transformed our bathroom in 48 hours. They took our moldy shower, got rid of the mold, and gave us a new surround and a new tub. They got rid of an ugly step that went into the shower. We got a new floor. We got a new vanity. We got a double sink when we had a single sink before. We love our bathroom. It is completely transformed and it is updated. It went from disgusting to beautiful, from embarrassing to a masterpiece. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis will transform your bathroom in 48 hours with affordable payment plans and free consultations. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis. Check them out today and be a happy customer like we are. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis. All right. The statement that the Minnesota Vikings player made at OTAs. And just to precursor everything, this is voluntary offseason workouts. You don't have to show up. You can choose not to. And the statement that a player made, the player's name is JJ, not JJ McCarthy. Justin Jefferson, aka Jets. It says this on fox9news.com. Jefferson hasn't been at voluntary off-season workout since his rookie season. He got a massive contract extension before the 2024 regular season and has attended every mandatory workout the Vikings have had. Justin Jefferson showed up to voluntary off-season workouts, aka OTAs. And what this tells me, and what this should tell you and the Vikings organization and the Vikings teammates, is that Justin Jefferson, one, is establishing himself as a superstar leader, not just superstar player, a superstar leader within the Vikings organization and roster. And number two, what this is telling us is that Jefferson is trying to set the tone early for a Super Bowl roster and opportunity. Because if you are, let's say, Jordan Addison or TJ Hawkinson or a defensive player, and you're thinking, well, it's voluntary, I'd rather extend this vacation, or I'd rather just stay at home and get my own work in whenever I want to do it. I'd rather just kind of hang out, do my own little thing, and I'll come in June or July. But then you see that Justin Jefferson is attending voluntary off-season workouts. Then you think to yourself, oh shit, Jefferson's there? He hasn't been there since his rookie season. If I'm not there, that made me look like crap. It all matters. Justin Jefferson is setting the tone for the Vikings roster. And when you are the best player within an organization and you decide to show up to voluntary off-season workouts, it sets the tone for every other player within that locker room that they better show up. And that's exactly what we've seen. Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell on Wednesday said the team has 100% participation at OTAs this year. These are workouts. These workouts are voluntary and not mandatory. And when you see a guy as great as Justin Jefferson is, and here's the thing, nobody would have blinked an eye at Jefferson not showing up. Nobody would have questioned his ability. Nobody would have questioned his want to. Nobody would have questioned his mindset entering the 2025 NFL season, because throughout the entire career, whether it's a contract extension, whether it's drama, Jefferson has showcased none of it. So nobody would have questioned Jefferson for not showing up to voluntary offseason programs. Yet he's there, catching passes from QB1 J.J. McCarthy. So this is a huge statement, and it means a ton to the Minnesota Vikings organization. And it means a ton for McCarthy, because although it's not game time and it's just practicing and all these different things, one, you saw McCarthy and Jefferson at a Timberwolves playoff game together, which is meaningful. It matters when players like each other. Now, players can still hate each other and win Super Bowls like Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, but when you are a rookie quarterback trying to establish yourself as a first-year starter, it matters if McCarthy and Jefferson like each other so that they can get the chemistry right. And for Jefferson to understand and to recognize and to have the awareness that, hey, we've got a first-time starting player who missed his entire rookie year, it'd be kind of nice if he threw me some passes. So instead of hanging out somewhere else on a Florida beach for a couple more weeks, he gets his ass there. And it means a lot to McCarthy, to the roster, to the organization. So it's very cool. And McCarthy himself talked about it at OTAs the other day.
How many did you throw with Justin in an OTA?
Last year, I don't know the specific amount of reps, but I would say, it's probably not as much as it is now. And, it's every receiver that I'm with, it's that timing, those reps, all of that has to, be built up over time. So, the more reps, the better. And, yeah, I just feel like, we're not where we want to be, but we're going to be there when we need to.
He's not always been at these things for his schedule and all that. I just wonder how big it is that you've had Justin here. It sounds like he's been here for most of the
Yeah, it's
time.
been extremely huge. He's a tremendous talent, tremendous leader, but his leadership really shows up when he's here. And, just being able to get, that chemistry building on and off the field has been invaluable.
You heard McCarthy talk about it. The chemistry is building between Jefferson and McCarthy. And for Jefferson to show up for the first time in years since his rookie season, when he didn't have to, he could have stayed at home and nobody would have questioned the amount of diva that he has. But last year, it was reported that Jefferson wants to take on a bigger role of leadership. And the fact that he is showing up to this kind of thing is showing us that he is not just talking the talk, but he is also walking the walk. And he is establishing himself as one of the core leaders within the Minnesota Vikings locker room. And for a player that makes as much money as he does, and for a position that he holds, how many diva wide receivers do we see throughout the course of the league? You see them everywhere, left and right, on Super Bowl rosters, on the worst rosters. I mean, just look at what Stephon Diggs is going through. Here's a headline from the biglead.com. Patriots receiver Stephon Diggs absent from practice after viral boat video. There has never been one controversy surrounding Justin Jefferson at one of the most controversial positions. Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, even Jamar Chase. Jefferson is special because he does not have one story where it's like, what were you thinking? Why did you do this? The dude has a great head on his shoulders and always seems to make the right decision. When other players as great as he is, or players that want to be as great as he is, always have something hanging over their shoulders. Controversy here, story here, rumor there. Jefferson, even when he was going through contract extension discussions and people wanted to make mountains out of a molehill and have all this drama, specifically Peter Florio, Jefferson showed up, got that extension done, and it became a non-story. And it really was a non-story. There was never any doubt that that contract was going to get done. He never held out. He never made anonymous sources leaks. He never went to his Instagram or X account and retweeted something that is cryptic. The dude shows up as a leader and has been exactly everything the Vikings have asked for and more for the organization. The dude's a beast, and he's a special, special talent and a special, special leader for the Vikings. Thanks for watching. Remember, 5-Star Bass Solutions of Minneapolis. Check them out today. And everyone, you have a great day. Skull Vikings.